I'm going to make you some ravioli using Perigord wild mushrooms. It's a local dish. In order to make this, we need freshly picked wild mushrooms. We need duck fat, we need salt, some milled pepper. We need dough for the ravioli, an egg, Perigord truffles, flour, some flat parsley, garlic, shallots. And to make the sauce, you need some red port wine, Armagnac, and some chicken stock. To make the Perigueux sauce, you first have to reduce the port wine and the Armagnac in equal quantities to make sure that you can concentrate the aromas from these two types of alcohol. And during the same time, we're going to chop up the truffles very small. Like so. And all of the aromas from the truffles, the Armagnac and the Porto are going to blend together and concentrate as we reduce them. And during the same time, we're going to very gently heat up the chicken stock, and then we'll move on to the mushrooms. Same thing with the mushrooms. You have to cut them up very fine. So this is the quantity of mushrooms you need. And then we'll heat up a frying pan, and with a little bit of fat. In this case, we'll be using duck fat. And we let it heat up well in order to brown the mushrooms. And we allow them to become slightly brown. And of course we season them with a little bit of fine salt and milled pepper. Now during this time, our sauce base has been reduced and it's concentrated the aromas, and we add the chicken stock. And we allow it to cook for about 5 minutes or so. And it becomes more unctuous. And as soon as the mushrooms become a nice brown blonde color, we can add a little bit of garlic, a little bit of shallot, and then finally a little bit of flat crushed parsley at the last minute. And now we're going to add the mushrooms, which we've sautéed and which have now cooled down. And we put this into the ravioli dough with a little bit of flour. Put a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick. And then the dough with more flour. And we're going to spread this out, flatten it using the roller to make sure it's very, very fine, very thin. And we're going to cut up the dough into little square pieces. So we allow the dough to rest for a little while. And now we garnish it with the mushrooms. We make little piles in the center. And we take a little bit of golden sauce, which is yolk, in fact, egg yolk, with a pinch of salt. And we put this all around the edges of the dough so we can bind them together. So you have to press down on the edges to hold them together, so it holds together during cooking. And then with a round cutter, you make a pretty round shape on the ravioli. You remove the 4 corners. And to make sure that the sides hold together well, you pinch them together. You need boiling water with a little bit of salt, with a touch of oil as well. And now we'll start cooking the ravioli. It cooks very, very quickly, 3-4 minutes at the most. And now we'll take them out of the water in order to prepare them. And we strain them very carefully using a cloth to remove the excess water. And we'll pour on a little bit of the Perigord sauce. There we go. And there we have a dish fit for kings, ravioli using Perigord mushrooms and their Perigueux sauce.